How y'all doing? I say tonight. Today is October the 13th, and it is 8:29 p.m. where I am. Okay. I have no earrings. I feel naked when I don't have on earrings, but it's okay. It's okay. That actually is a good place to start. The fact that I just kind of randomly didn't have any earrings on, and I jumped on, press record to do this video. You know, I could have been thoughtful enough to take my towel off my head, my little terry cloth off my head. I could have been thoughtful enough, right? I could have touched my face up a little bit, maybe dabbed on some makeup or something, I did do some lip gloss because the lips was a little dry. So I did do some lip gloss, This is what I've been walking around the house in, so I just kind of jumped on here, And maybe it's from a lack of care, I just don't care, it doesn't matter to me, certain things that might matter to one person doesn't matter to the next person. So me, every time I get on camera, all right, I don't feel the need to be adorned with my makeup, with my best wig, change my clothes and find the newest or the nicest piece of clothes to put on. Normally I'm not moved to do that. Now if you check out my page, you see I got somewhere I call myself looking real cute, But for the most part, I just don't feel that need to have to do that. Because what I really desire is I'm not here on a fashion blog. This is not a fashion blog. I am here in hopes that people listen to some of the words that I'm saying and that they are helpful in some way. If it's just a sentence, if I say something that's funny and it make you laugh, that's enough for me. So that's why I'm here. So, there's no way for me to dress up my voice. Maybe I could have practiced some little vocal ranges or something, Because that's what I want to do. I want to be heard. And that's just me. I would rather be heard than to be seen. Yeah. So that takes me to they say we overcome by our testimony. We overcome by our testimony. And I don't think I talk very much about my testimony or my past or, my different things that I went through. I don't talk about them very much. And I say maybe like 10 years ago. I think 10 years ago. I'm going to tell you where I was in where I felt like I was in life. I mean, I was happy, I was happy at a very happy state in my mind from how I was in positioned. I was happy. I was satisfied would be the word. Satisfied with life, I think that was like around the time when I was going to church. I was into the church, and I was into the church actually for about 6 years, 7 years, something like that. Talking about faithful, like that's really all I did. I enjoyed it. It moved me. I loved it. I mean, honestly, to hear the word, right? To share along in the praise of Jesus, is why I was there. But as well, just being very transparent with you as well, being able to go to church and put on the church clothes with the heels. You know what I'm saying? Now, back then, 10 years ago, listen to me. 10 years ago? Oh, baby. I'm gonna tell you. And this is actually how I was like kind of growing up. I have been called, and I could agree, someone that was superficial. Um, Definitely into making sure I was tip top at all times. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't go to the store for bread. I wouldn't go to the corner store. Period. I'm talking about I would not go out to the mailbox to retrieve the mail without making sure I look good, making sure I'm right. I was good in the mirror before I go get the mail. I'm gonna get in the mirror, make sure I'm right. You know, but going to church, and so that's basically all I did. So a lot of my money went into attire for church. You're going maybe for the most part, it's 3 nights a week, 3 days a week, or should I say 3 times a week. But it's y'all know how church be. Man, sometimes they had some every night. You know what I'm saying? And I was there. I was there. I was in the choir. I'm talking. I was there. Whenever they said the door is open, I was there. I'm talking about happily. Faithfully. Faithfully. You hear me? Somewhere in there, maybe like the 5th year of going to church so faithfully, I feel like I had a talk with God, but honestly, he started talking to me, because I was chilling as I be. I was like minding my business, you know what I'm saying? And he began to talk to me. He began to talk to me. And talks with God is, that wasn't the first talk, but we didn't commune a lot. We didn't talk a lot. We didn't conversate a whole lot around this time, but I have talked to him before. But this particular time, I'm thinking it was different for me because, like I said, he approached me like God called my line. You know what I'm saying? They say, you can make a call to God, make a call to Jesus, make a call up to heaven. You know what I'm saying? You got to put your call in. But no, I feel like God called me. He called my number. And he was like, hey there. Hey there, Drina. Now, my God. The God that I serve. He's very cool. He's calm. He's collected. You know what I'm saying? He is so humble and full of humility and down to earth. I'm the God that I serve, the one that I communicate with. So I'm saying, that's how I feel like the call. This is what I feel, So he called me like, hey there, Drina. I got something for you. Got something for you. So, he got right straight to the point. Because, when he got to talking, I'm excited. I'm excited that God called my line. I'm like, huh? I'm like, yes, what can I do for you? And he says, he asked me, it was a question. He asked me if he could take everything from me. And again, I tell you, he asked me if he could. He asked me if that was something that I was willing to do for him. So, he didn't tell me. No, he didn't make me. He didn't force me. Not this God that I serve. He didn't force me. He never forces me to do anything. And like I said, I'm in the church faithfully. That's all I knew. So the Lord called my line, and he asked me, can I take everything from you? And I always have, even since this day, throughout these years, I'm remembered about Job. I remember Job. And it relates so much. But I quickly, in response, it took no thought for me. Because again, God called my phone. Let's just say my phone. He called my phone. So he said, I would like to know if I can take everything from you. And I think he may have said it 2 or 3 times. I was trying to make sure I heard him correctly, trying to make sure I understood, trying to make sure that it was his voice even. So he said it maybe 3 times, I'm thinking, but the same manner, same exact words. And, immediately my response was yes. Yes. And I had nothing else. There was nothing else to say. What else was I going to say to God? There was nothing else to say. Yes. Can you take everything from me? Yes. Now, mind you, everything, the word everything. Now, I know what the word everything means. The word everything means everything, right? But I wasn't able to just really dissect that thing, that when he said everything, that he meant everything. So I answered quicker than I could even think. Like, it was my heart. My heart spoke. My heart heard God, and it just spoke before my mind could even think and consider, like, what's going on with everything. Maybe if I had a moment to think, then my mind would have registered to ask questions. What do you mean by everything, God? But I didn't have a chance for that. My heart didn't allow my mind to form questions to God. So it was a yes, instantly, right? And after my response, I'm talking about, I was actually like giggly. I'm still giggling because I am communicating with the Father. I am communicating with the One. And so I'm excited. He has my spirits up. My energy was really flowing, and I'm just, oh yes, I'm not sure what I was doing, but it definitely got all my attention at that moment. So when my response was yes, his response back to me was, whew. And I will give you everything back. Adding on. He'd added on. I'm going to tell you about God. I'm talking about the God that I serve. A good Father. Good Father. So my reply was yes. Said, can I take everything from you? My reply was yes. And he says, and I will give you everything back. And I will roll out the red carpet for you. Yeah. Now, this is what I heard. This is what I received. And it wasn't even the question of, can I take everything from you? At this point, it wasn't even that had me anymore. What had me is that he felt compelled to give me everything back. Because he didn't have to. He don't have to. Now, back to everything. So throughout these, it's been about 10 years. I'm guessing, just right off the top of my head, I think it's been about 10 years. And when I tell you everything, throughout these years, everything, when I tell you everything, one thing that I didn't realize and think about that I was going to lose was my mind. I didn't think that he was talking about I would lose my mind. Hmm. Yeah. I had a moment where I lost my mind. So when I say that I lost myself, I lost who I was. Yeah, and within losing who I was, I'm going to tell you, I began to lose everything. Transportation I had, place where I was living. Seemed like my children began to be scattered here and there. My children gone. Yeah. Any kind of let me see. I think I actually that was the beginning of me starting this hot wing business. I started this hot wing business. Actually was going for a little while, and it's so amazing because it had, you know, it wasn't bringing in trillions or nothing right yet, but it was doing pretty good. Like I had consistent people, consistent clients that was calling with orders that was already like on Monday. I already knew Friday they wanted an order. That's $60 right there. You know what I'm saying? For some hot wings, you know. So I already had just a certain amount of clients lined up, you know, just within a few months, you know, me doing mobile hot wings. I made my own hot wings, mobile hot wings. It was called Angel Wings, okay? And the slogan was where the taste is heavenly. Yes. No. No. So within all of this, I started to actually lose everything. I really did. Now I told y'all clothes that wasn't nothing. I'm talking about I had all of that. My whole car trunk was full of high heels because you know I told y'all all I did was go to church. So all my money, most of my money, yeah, a lot of my money went towards church clothes, heels. I had all kind of heels. You know you got to have your heels game on point when you go to church, right? So I had caught on to that, you know. So you know. So I think that took a few years of losing this, and you know, along this time, I'm not recalling this conversation I had with God. Like it's not on the forefront of my head, my head. Like I don't have it wrote down anywhere. So you know, it kind of floated away that we had that moment. It floated away. So you know, after a minute, you know, and I'm having to look back and look around, and I'm like, I was recalled of that moment, of that conversation with God, and I'm like, wow. You know, this is what he said. I will begin to lose everything. I had got into, wow, that was a while ago. Yeah. You know, I don't like to say victim, you know, but I had got into a relationship with this guy. End up being a whole very violent, very violent situation is all I was saying, you know. So, yeah. And I said all of that to say that it took me a long while, to realize why God wanted to take everything from me, why he wanted to strip me of everything, why he wanted to remove my things from me. Again, you remember me telling you that, you know, I had been told at least once, I heard it, you know, that I was a person that was superficial, you know, that, and I did, even when it came to dating. Like I was a person, like I was really into how you look. Like you had to look a certain way, you know, you had to dress a certain way, you know. And so now God has stripped me of these things. And, you know, now I want to get to asking why, you know. Had I thought about it, I probably would have asked that then. Like, why? You know, you want to take everything. Why? You know, I didn't have that chance. But after these years going by and I'm sitting here like in a what we call a rut. You know, I'm in a rut, and I'm like, Lord, why? You know, and I feel like He was telling me to just watch, just watch, keep going, and just watch, like see what I'm doing, see what I'm trying to do. So eventually, what I began to see, and this is key in the story. This is the important part of the story. What I began to see is how He was hiding me. How He was hiding me. I was being hid. I was in disguise. That's how I like to put it. The Lord stripped me of everything and He put me in disguise. I was no longer who I was. Now, I'm going to talk to you about when the Lord puts you in disguise. When the Lord strips you of everything that you had. I'm talking about, you can think about a moment when things were going well. You had things flowing pretty good. That's what I say. I had my ducks in a row. You hear me? I had things was flowing. You hear me? So, years go by and things are transpiring. And yeah, He tells me, I am hiding you. That's what begins to be revealed to me. And I'm telling you, when the Lord puts you in this position and He strips you of everything, okay? He is trying to hide you. Yeah. For some, you could even say He's trying to remove you from here to there. Yeah. See, now we all know, right, that the Lord can see things that we can't see, right? Yeah. So He sees, not in 2017 when He begins to strip you. He sees that, hey, in 2021, let's just say Bobby Joe. He sees Bobby Joe coming your way. He knows Bobby Joe does not have good intentions, right? So he knows, he know all about Bobby Joe. See, Bobby Joe has taken on different forms and different faces throughout the years in attempts to fool and to trick people, to fool and to trick women. So he metamorphoses to fit the script of what he knows this woman needs and wants. You hear me? Now I'm going to tell you about God, though. See, because Bobby Joe think he's smart. I know how I got the look. I know exactly how I got to come. I'm getting ready to put on that face and put on that form. I'm getting ready to become that person now because I'm getting ready to approach Lucinda. I'm getting ready to get her. I know what she all about. Oh, Lucinda got it going on. Lucinda, she's a good businesswoman. Good church woman, oh God fearing, oh yeah, I'm talking about vulnerable. You hear me? Yeah. Now Bobby Joe is not to 10 one of these men that they talk about in the Bible. Of the men that go into the homes seducing vulnerable women. Yeah. I'm going to talk to you about the vulnerable woman. The vulnerable woman is one that does not know her power yet. Yeah, her real true power. She hasn't stepped into her true power yet. That's a vulnerable woman. Yeah, so now we're in 2017. In 2019, 2021, later, God sees that Bobby Joe going to come in and try to attempt Lucinda, who's vulnerable. She ain't going to step into her power until about 2022. So now what he has began to do with Lucinda is strip her. Put her in disguise. Yeah. You're no longer the woman going to church real good. Got your business running. You got it going good. You got your kids straight in order. Yeah. Yeah. You buy you a new pair of heels every week. At least one pair. of heels every week. You look nice. You make sure you keep your hair done. I mean, Lucinda got it going on. Lucinda pretty and fine. Now, I know the men. Y'all men know what I'm talking about. Lucinda pretty and she fine. You hear me? And she got her own money. Yeah. Now, this was in 2017. Yeah, because Bobby Joe is on his way. So by the time 2020 come, right when Bobby Joe headed in, 2020 come, Lucinda done been stripped. Everything has been taken from her. She ain't even got a car. Lucinda is catching the bus. Oh my God. She catching the bus, baby. Public transportation. Who does that? Right? Ain't no new heels. Lucinda, she catch the bus to get to whatever little job she can get to. She can't wear heels, catching no bus, walking around all day. So she got the one good pair of tennis shoes. Yeah. So now, she catching the bus one day. She headed to a job interview. Let's just say. And here comes Bobby Joe. Yeah. Years later, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 4-5 years later, after the Lord then began to strip Lucinda, here she is stripped. She don't even look like herself. Like the folks from church probably don't even notice her. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Lucinda sometimes she'll see folks that she know, folks from the church, and she'll try to avoid them. Because Lucinda, she called herself Shane. Because she catching the bus. And she a few years ago, that's all she could think about is how she was popping. You hear me? Now she's Shane. But she has yet to realize the reasoning of why God positioned her this way. But she getting ready to find out. So here is Bobby Joe. Bobby Joe catches Lucinda while she's getting off the bus. She headed to see about a job. Like again, Lucinda, she don't have on the nicest clothes or nothing like that. She walking catching the bus, but again, Lucinda's still pretty and she fine though or whatever, So Bobby Joe like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? She look cute, I know I can get her. She catching the bus, so I know she need a ride. Man, if she catching the bus, she probably ain't got no man. Bobby Joe getting come in and he's getting ready to call himself to tempt or to disillusion this vulnerable Lucinda, because Lucinda's not at her best right now, so she's definitely vulnerable. He gonna come in and I'm talking about tear her little heart up into 3 pieces. You hear me? See what else he can take from her. But after Bobby Joe just really kind of see or get to know her a little bit, in his head, she ain't got no car, nothing, you know what I'm saying? Look at her clothes, you know what I'm saying? Like, Bobby Joe wasn't interested. Bobby Joe didn't want Lucinda. Hell nah. He wasn't gonna holler at no chick catching no bus. She cute and everything, but she ain't all that, So Bobby Joe now he's off to find his next victim, because Lucinda didn't look the part. Because Lucinda was in disguise. Yeah. Looking like a basic, homeless, average woman. Yes. That's God. Yeah. See, God's like the plan into pre-plan. So he had the thing already planned and fixed up. Bobby Joe didn't look right over Lucinda. He looked at her for a minute. He just kept walking. He said, I'm straight on you. And it didn't take very long for it to come to Lucinda of why she had been positioned like that, in that manner. Why God would allow this to happen to her? Why would you do this to me? I know I agree, but Lord, I know you said everything, but everything, Lord. Like I'm losing my sanity. I'm in a rut. I ain't got 2 pennies to rub together, Father. Yeah, but she began to quickly see why. Yeah, now her thoughts became praise to God for allowing her to dodge a bullet by Bobby Joe looking over her and continuing on. Lucinda had dodged a whole bullet to save her life. Yeah. So to whoever it is you feeling like right now in this moment that you are in a rut, you was positioned, had all your ducks in a row, and you was positioned, and things were looking real good for yourself. Not only did you have a car, but it was paid off. You hear me? You had the insurance on the car. You had you a nice little job, or you had the business that you had going. Everything was flowing. Yeah. You were feeling normal. Life was good. But now you find yourself in a opposite position. You know? You feel like you're not yourself. You at the point where you're trying to figure out who you are now. They're like, who? I don't even know who I am. You keep on to sit and reminisce about the past, about when you had. But listen to me. God knows what he's doing. Okay? But one thing, these things, these clothes, makeup, if you don't know who you are, if you don't believe in who you are within yourself, without what you could see when you look in the mirror, yeah. If you don't know and trust in who you are, if you're not confident in that, yeah. If you're afraid to go on camera, to go outside to the mailbox without being tip-top shape at all times, you have a problem. You have a problem on your hands. Yeah. It's a mind control. So now the people who might see you when you go to the mailbox, when you run to the store, the people that might see you when they click on your video, they might see you and you got to make sure you look right. And, if you don't look right, so now that has you feeling some type of way. And that's a mind control. Now, might I add and say, for the ones who need to hear it, I'm not insinuating that there's something wrong when people get themselves together before they record their video. Make sure their hair is looking good. They got on their nice clothes in the background, all good and straight. There's nothing wrong with that. That's normal protocol. That's protocol. It's a marketing thing even. It's a marketing thing. It's business. Being photogenic, making sure your camera ready. Oh, I know all about it. I know all about it. However, I'm saying if you are not able to do that, I ain't saying you have to do that. I'm saying if you're not able, if that's something that's like you're like, nah, I ain't finna do that. I ain't and I can't. Then you might want to check with yourself about how you feel about self. The importance. What's important? So I'm on this journey of learning and relearning who I am. Loving who I am, every part. Every part of me. The ones that I like, the ones I love, and the ones that I don't like. Yeah. I love them all. And that's why I can come on this particular video. I just didn't feel like this time of night running in there to get dolled up. I actually didn't want to keep procrastinating recording the video, so I just came and hopped on. But I don't feel a need for that. Yeah. Yeah, the people that I would prefer to listen to my video are the people that are really in need of hearing the words that I have to say in hopes of encouragement. I realize I'm not here for everybody. I'm not. And that doesn't bother me. Because I realize that. I'm not here for everybody. I'm here for some. I'm here for a few. And that few are ones that are serious about their life, improving their life. Trust God, okay? Trust God. I know I am not the only one that God is talking to. But you have to trust in what you know. Trust in what you hear. You know, you might even get to hearing different things coming in. Different voices trying to communicate with you. You know, one telling you to do this, one telling you to do that. You know, they talk about the devil's on your shoulder, the devil and the angel on your shoulder. So you might hear different voices. But if you belong to God, then you know his voice. And you know how to separate his voice. You know how. So I'm telling you, I feel like even now, okay, there's someone that the Lord is talking to. He's talking to you. He's talking to you. And you are in doubt that that's what he's saying. Yeah, he's giving you instruction. And you're in doubt that you're like, why am I feeling this? Why does this keep coming to my mind? That's the Lord trying to give you instructions about your next move. You've been asking what I'm finna do, where I'm finna go, where I'm finna move. Why am I stuck? Why I feel like I'm in a rut? Why? Oh my God! And he's giving you instructions. Yeah. At night. Right when you lie down in bed, you begin to talk with God, and you hear him. And then we start to doubt, like, no, that ain't. Oh, I know all about it. I know all about it, okay? But just know when Lord is giving you instructions that he's going to be there with you in every step, all right? Without faith, it is impossible to please God. You will have to exercise faith, okay? It's not going to be, everything's not going to be just laid out. You're going to have to take a step. God's going to give you the next step. It's going to give you the next step, and you have to trust him with that. He's trying to make you stronger. He's trying to build you up. He don't want you like Lucinda, vulnerable, without your power. He's trying to make you powerful. God makes you one way that he makes you powerful. I feel like I'm talking to women right now. Yeah. One way that he makes you powerful is through faith. You exercising faith. Yeah. Him telling you something and you being obedient. Yeah, exercising faith. And he adds to you power, knowledge, and wisdom. So that you're not vulnerable like Lucinda. And every Bobby Joe that comes along, you're not accepting to him. You're not open to him. Whoever, Johnny, Jake, Tom, Mike, as they all come in, I'm talking about they're up to no good, right? And as they all come in and you welcoming all of them in. Because you're powerless. You're vulnerable. You have to build yourself up. You can do it. Build yourself up. Yeah. And yeah, right then you'll be able to identify that Bobby Joe and tell him, nah, I'm straight. No. And you're no longer becoming acceptable to any kind of man to come into your life. Because you're powerful now. And I'm going to tell you about as you become powerful. There's certain type of people in men. There's another type. You know, there's a type of man that looks over you when you're vulnerable and you're in a rut and you're not looking the part. Yeah. Once you gain your power, a man like Bobby Joe, oh, he's gonna see your power. He's not gonna even have the audacity to say anything to you. Because Bobby Joe knows he's up to no good. Bobby Joe knows that you're full of power. She full of power. I ain't gonna go to playing with her. Yeah. You gotta build yourself up. Okay? And they talk about building a fence all around you. That's through power. It's an invisible fence. Yeah. You ever seen it had an invisible fence that people can see? It's invisible, but people see it. They see it. What am I gonna do? Yes. Yeah. I think, yeah. Yes. I'm going to end this video here. That was actually really good, and I actually feel so much relief after just expressing some of my testimony. And I definitely feel like this message will be helpful to at least one person, and that is more than enough for me. That was time well spent for myself. If it helps just one person, one sentence helps one person. Time well spent. So to anybody that is listening, anybody that is going through anything here, I hope that these were encouraging words in some way, in some form. Yeah, if you would like, please leave a comment, hit the subscribe button, and I will not leave without saying love and lights.